Only on Christ 17 TV. We got one for you today, but it's not a happy one. Hopefully the ending is happy, but right now there's a missing 9-year-old girl. The family went on a camping trip upstate New York, and they found her bike but didn't find her. Let's get to it.
Very urgent search for a missing 9-year-old girl in upstate New York. Police there say the fourth grader disappeared after a solo bike ride and believe she may have been abducted. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has more.
This morning, a desperate search is underway for 9-year-old Charlotte Senna, who police say may have been abducted while out biking in upstate New York. Over 100 law enforcement and volunteers searching for the little girl on the ground and from the air.
We are leaving no stone, no branch, no table, no cabin unturned.
Police issued an Amber Alert Sunday morning after her parents reported Charlotte missing during a family camping trip.
When we couldn't find her here, it was quite possible that an abduction had taken place.
Authorities say Charlotte was last seen around 6:15 Saturday evening in Moreau Lake State Park, riding her bike in the campground's Loop A with her close friends. That's when the fourth grader decided to go around one last time by herself before the sun went down. But 15 minutes later, she still had not returned to the campsite.
Her parents knew immediately something was up. They called her name. People started searching. People from other campgrounds joined.
Police say Charlotte's bike was recovered along Loop A at 6:45 p.m. Her mother called 911.
Our Bureau of Criminal Investigation has been conducting interviews with those in the park.
Her family telling NBC News, "We just want her returned safely, like any parent would. No tip is too small." They say their little girl always looked out for others with a kindness that attracted so many friends.
Hopefully there'll be a reunion. Hopefully there'll be a family that has been traumatized but is reunited.
That's sad. With all the shit going on across America today with sex trafficking, kids coming up dead, it's just, that's the one thing. When it's your parents and you have kids that young, these days are not the same days as I grew up in the 80s on being 8, 9, or 10. You don't let your kid go somewhere by themselves, especially in a spot like that. You're in a camping area. This is a wooded area. A lot of crazy shit happens in places like that. She took her last ride by herself. Not good. Parents shouldn't have let that happen, but I'm not here to judge them. I'm just saying that's not the brightest idea. Now they found her bike and didn't find her, so that's definitely a sign of being abducted. Another thing is, if they found no blood, she wasn't taken by a mountain lion, coyote, or anything like that, because there would have been blood there. So somebody took this little girl, and I'm praying and hoping that they don't hurt this little girl or do anything fucked up. I'm praying for her safe return to her family. Maybe this little girl can somehow escape. Maybe throw a sign out for help where somebody will see her. Her face is all over the news right now. So that is a good thing. We have a picture of her up, hoping that we can bring this little beautiful young girl home. But parents, you got to keep an eye on your daughters. Your sons too. But daughters, they are taking young girls and making them sell themselves for sex. Sell sex for money to grown, perverted pieces of, and this thing is on the rise more than I can ever remember me growing up. Kids 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, under 18 getting snatched off the streets of every city of America, camping sites, even in broad daylight in regular streets. Motherfuckers is jumping out and throwing them in vans, SUVs, whatever, and taking these girls to areas where they're forced to do things against their will. And it's sickening that people are this sick to do the shit to little kids. But you'll be surprised by what these motherfuckers will do for money. And you'll be surprised at people who will come and do stuff to little girls and pay money to do it. I mean, there's rich people who love to do this shit. Sick individuals. And I'm just praying and hoping that this little girl somehow makes it out of this alive. I couldn't imagine being her father, her mother, her uncle, anybody, her grandfather, just worried that they found the bike but not the baby. The chances are very slim on these kind of things here, but there's always hope. There's always hope that this girl is smart enough to get away. Maybe they stop at a gas station. Somehow she can get somebody, she can alert somebody, she can get out that car. I don't know if she's in a trunk, I don't know what she's in, but I'm just hoping for a safe return for that little girl to her family. You take your family camping, trying to have a good time, and you lose your baby. Go ahead, sweetheart, take one more lap. Kids in spots like that, not to be left alone. You don't know what kind of people are hiding out from the law up in the woods, camping, trying to stay low, and then see something like that and grab that little girl, because that might be the shit they're into, shit like that. Who knows if they were followed there? I mean, anything is possible in cases like this. But this is a very sad story as of now, and I hope the story does not get worse. I just hope somehow, some way, this little girl can fight her way out of here and make it to somebody to save her. Because no kid should have to go through the stuff that these sick individuals put these children through. Brutal attack on a little girl, forced to do things with grown men. And what kind of sick bastard would do that to a child? I have no idea. But them people need to be deleted off this earth immediately. So I'm saying my prayers for this child to return to her family safe, alive. Alive. That's the main thing. Get this little girl back to her family alive. This is Christ 17 TV. Be on the lookout for that little 9-year-old girl. And please, say your prayers so she can get back home to her family. This is Christ 17 TV. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And please, hopefully this girl can find her way back to her family safe. Because this is a tragic thing for any family to go through. On a family trip of all things. So, I'm saying my prayers, and I'll catch you on the flip side.